Yeah, so I guess the Kamala trades are probably a little less exciting because I think, very unlikely to get a clean sweep in favor of the Democrats. So from that perspective, it's probably a bit more hamstrung in terms of domestic policies. So probably a bit more challenging to look at there. But overall, I think the environment is still obviously very uncertain. We do feel that this is going to be an important election, and if we do get people questioning the vote, I think that's more likely to be more severe in a situation where Kamala wins the presidency. I think that's obviously going to lead to potential heightened uncertainty. We're not going to find out the result probably in that scenario for a few days as well. So it's going to be a very interesting 3-week period. I think not just 2 weeks of the election, but the week thereafter as well.
What about the impact on us over here in this part of the world, or specifically in China? We heard from Trump that he said that if China were to go into Taiwan, he would slap 150 to 200% tariffs on China. Do you expect any ramping up of the China trade war?
So I think it's just different in terms of style. I think, but regardless of who is in the White House, I think you were going to see continued trade and geopolitical tensions between the US and China. I don't think that's going to necessarily change in sort of direction. Obviously, the way they are implemented, I think Trump is much more likely to be headline grabbing and more transactional in terms of his approach. So one can argue that actually China might feel that's a little bit better because there's deals to be done and negotiations to be had. But I think from a immediate reaction, if we get a Trump presidency, obviously the risk of increased tariffs is definitely there, and that could be challenging for us. And obviously we've got a lot of domestic policy action going on today, included, of course, in China. But you still got this overhanging concern coming from the US, and I don't think that's likely to go away regardless of the election outcome.